Yes, okay. This is going to be a second video of Zillionaires Rising to each and every one of you. And I'm hoping that everyone's having an enjoyable morning. And I'm hoping that you have an enjoyable day. I also would like for you to know that I love you unconditional, but just not in the bed. I'm not looking for nobody. And some of you can keep them private parts, and you on this channel too, that's why I'm saying it. You can keep them private parts to yourself. You ain't working with very much anyway, but I'm just saying, keep them private parts to yourself. You know who you are, because wisdom don't want to see them. And you cannot pretend to be one thing on a platform and then sending these little filthy, nasty little body parts and acting like something else, because wisdom will put your ass on blast too. Because wisdom don't play no games. I don't know none. I'm telling you, I'm one of the one peoples in the whole entire world don't play no games. I don't play none of those damn PlayStation games, the whatever them other damn device games are called, Switch. I don't play games, and I damn sure don't play with grown ass people. Grown ass people need to stay in a grown ass person's category and not in a damn child's place. But you got so many pays out here. That's why God sent the chosen ones into this world to get rid of these pays, educate the pays so that they can grow the fuck up and be the kings and queens and on and on, that they need to be. They may not be a king and a queen. They may just be a pentacle or something like that. Uh, uh, um, but they do need to grow up. They need to get out of the karmatic states that they are in, because it's the karmatic states from playing so many games. I don't know what compels a person to stay stuck on one particular age. You growing up, and I know as a child, I know I couldn't wait to become an adult, but I still stayed in a child's place and grew up somewhat like a child when I wasn't being manipulated and sexually assaulted and stuff like that. And through through being sexually assaulted and afflicted, I still clenched on to my God, my Father, and I still grew up as a child, not missing too much of my childhood. I went through a bunch of turmoils and triumphs and tribulations, but I'm still going through those, and I believe you go through those until you die. You just become mature in how to deal and how to deal with such hideous things, to where those things don't come across your path anymore, but it prepares you for the things like that will come across your path. Because just you got to remember, when Goliath killed the giant, he's had to cut his head off to keep any of them from coming back. When we're dealing with everyday situations through these storms and stumbling blocks and hurdles and we don't always demolish the whole complete body form, the whole complete figure, the whole complete task. And so we will pass the task, but only for the next giant to come after it in that same lifestyle, but then in a different form. You have to remember, you do have to remember, you do have to remember, we are on a journey. And on this journey, through this mission that we were sent here for, was sent here for, I have to really be watchful of all things that I come in contact with. I do. And as chosen ones, they have to do the same thing, because everything coming in the face smiling, they didn't take them long to know. They're not coming as a beacon of light, and they're not coming in peace. And there's so many things that you guys don't see with the ability of the eyes that you have, that you call sight, that they do see, because they have a broader perception of things with sight, but a spiritual sight than what you can see with the human eye. And so that's the difference. We have gifts. That's the difference between you and I. We have gifts, and we were called for certain missions that only we can complete. And those that were sent here, we were sent here on a whole different journey than any journey that anybody else could walk. It's a different journey that even the chosens can't walk that journey because they haven't been on that road. We are to clear the path for the next chosen, probably, perhaps. I don't know. But I know can't know anybody walk that walk. So when you're giving advice or you're trying to give structures or instructions or trying to teach right. Teach from what you know and not that you don't damn know. I hate people just trying to teach something and don't know what the hell they're talking about, because when you're teaching from that perspective, that is what you call misleading the flock. Because there are a lot of people hungry for the word of God, and they don't need to be misled because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just talk about what you know. If you're talking about what you know, what the next person know shouldn't matter to you. That is why you're supposed to fellowship with all nationalities and all religions and all spiritual backgrounds, because you might find out something that you don't know that you can use, and you might can be able to give them something that they don't know. Let me get off of that one. Frustrating. How you gonna lead somebody, but you don't want to be taught nothing? Come on here, get out of here. I am 60. My throat is dry. Yeah, it got really, really dry. I am soon to be 65 years old, and I am still learning. And I know damn well if I'm still learning at 65, you're not too damn old to learn anything. But you have to be open minded and willing to change. That's the thing. Many people don't want to change. They're afraid of change. They just comfortable in being a 17-year-old. Could be 80 years old and still want to be a 17-year-old. How your skin don't even fit your muscle tone, your skin, your hair. None of that stuff fits what you're trying to represent. How are you still trying to be a teenager? I got gray hair. My hair is gray. You see the hair on the side? My hair is gray. I'm not trying to be a teenager. Yeah, I do take fairly good care of myself, for the most part. I'm sick as heck, but shit. For the most part, I try to take very good care of myself. But that's another thing. All of the chosen ones and all of the people that God has sent here, they do look way younger. They're beautiful. They represent that beacon of light that they are. That's why they beautiful. There is a glow about them. There is a orb about them. You know what I'm saying? They can see God. You can't see God, but they can see God. They can stand and face to face and look God in the face. You can't see God because you can only worship him in spirit and in truth. If you're trying to worship him in the flesh, you cannot worship God. If you're trying to please him in the flesh, you cannot please God. If you can't worship him in the flesh, how in the hell can you please him in the flesh? You have to learn how to sacrifice the flesh so that you can meditate and build that personal relationship that you need, that you had when you was in your mommy's tummy, when you were in that bottle of water for 9 months, that same relationship where he kept you entertained until that umbilical cord was cut, and then you lost all communications with God until he gave you the choice. When you turn 12, it's your choice to either serve him or serve Satan. You chose, all right, I'm not going to church no matter what. Yeah. Until you desperately go through a situation where you need them. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. I love you. I love you unconditional and not in the bed. I'll finna say something else. And of course, you already know that unto the Most High God, who is the number one and head of my life. And then I started to get all hoarse and stuff. That's why I started giggling. I thought I could kind of laugh it out a little bit, sort of straighten up. But nah, this is the last video. I love you guys. I'm trying to get on here. I hope I'm not sick for my birthday now. Come on, y'all got to pray for me. Come on, pray for me. Help me with my